Yo, what's happening with you? I like to say peace to you wherever you at, California, New York, overseas, abroad, wherever you are hearing the sound of my voice. I wish you nothing but wellness and health. We are living in troubled times, but it's a great time. I think it's a great time. I think it's a great time to scale. I think it's a great time to be who we always wanted to be. You know what I'm saying? Everybody's not going to make it though. And that's just the reality. There's never been a time in history where everybody can go. All right. But if you're here, salute to you. How we doing? My name is Ken Billions. This is Coin Game Ministries, and you already know how I get down. Today's video is about the power of language, and it's language and the power of belief that is going to allow you to get through this moment right here. Not just through this moment, but all calamity that'll happen to you, because you got a secret weapon that you haven't been taught to use effectively. You've been using this weapon against yourself, and it's my firm belief that the things that are going on in the world is just not an immune system based on diet. It's also it's an immune system attack based on the way people use language and the way people think. All right. Again, there's never been a time in the world where everybody's gonna make it. But those that do make it through this are those that understand how to use this weapon. And what weapon am I talking about? I'm talking about the power of language. I'm talking about the power of your tongue. I'm talking about the power of your mind. Okay? So if you want to have a positive immune system, if you want to get through this moment right here, this moment of uncertainty, this moment of doubt, this moment of tribulation, this moment of mystery, you're going to have to use your language correctly, especially if you come from an urban environment. Okay, those that are born in urban environments, low income areas, you are trained and taught to go against yourself. Okay, since the moment you come out of your mother's womb, you are being stripped of your natural resources, which is your self-esteem, your confidence. Okay, you are being stripped of the tools that you were born with to use positively. Your tongue has been trained against you, right? When you look at a place like New York, I love New York, right? But when you get to New York, you can hear the language, right? You can hear the vibe, right? People are real nasty to each other. That's not their fault. It's the teaching and it's the education. It's a dog eat dog city, right? COVID-19 is a disease that responds to fear. It responds to negativity. Everyone is talking about 5G, but no one is talking about the tongue. 5G is not more stronger than your tongue. 5G is not more stronger than your mind. The people was already sick before COVID-19 ever came to America. The people was already depressed before this disease ever hit this soil. The people already had a negative outlook on life before it ever had an effect on any major city, right? It just so happens that the density of New York, it makes it ripe for something like that. But we all got it in us because we all have been trained to be nasty. We all have been trained to be haters. We all have been trained to have a doom and gloom philosophy. People with nothing hate those that have nothing. People with a little bit hate the people with nothing. Men hate women. Women hate men. I mean, where does it stop? So, of course, a disease is going to be in your body. Everyone is focused on alkaline in the body. What about the mind? How can you alkaline the tongue? What is the purpose of walking around with a gas mask on your face and gloves on your hands, but if you have a polluted mind and you got a polluted tongue and you don't know how to address one another, but most importantly, you don't know how to address yourself? You can beat this time, you can beat this disease if you use positive language. Now, I'm not talking about no square shit, but I'm talking about effective language. I'm talking about positive thinking, right? Is life going to be hard? Of course. But what are the tools that you can use to scale? What are the tools you can use to get to another season? How can you make money right now? How can you be in love right now? How can you have the best relationship with your children right now? How can you be the person among billions of people that are in the dumps? How can you be the light right now? Well, I'm going to talk to you about how you can be the light. I'm going to talk to you about how you get these dubs. I'm going to talk to you how you be the tallest tree in the forest among the desperate, among the broken, among the those that are experiencing misery. How is it that you're going to be out walking with a smile on your face as if nothing is going on? Let me tell you something. No matter what time you are born in the world, it's always something cracking. If you're born 3,000 years from now, it's always something popping. If you were born 200 years ago, it's always something popping. Everywhere you go, there you are, right? This has never been a utopia. It's what you make it. You can make heaven on earth right now if you just change the way you're looking at the game. And that's what I want to talk about. All right. So I hope that wherever you are, these are my prayers for you, that you got maximum confidence in yourself, that you look at this as just nothing but a challenge, an obstacle, something that you have to problem solve with. Don't worry about if you lose your job. It's always been a time where people lose their job and it fluctuates. But we're in a time where you make new jobs, yo. You get more creative. That's the time we're in right now. So I'm not going to lie to you. Everybody's not going to make it. Everybody can't go. And that's just the game, right? The human being is no different than any species in nature. Species rise and fall. Human beings rise and fall. One generation goes out, another generation comes in. That is the cycle of life on this rock that we're on. And when I'm gone, somebody else is going to come and live in the house I used to live in, drive the car I used to have, wear the clothes I used to have. That's the game. But while you're here, you can get wins in any kind of environment. And I'm going to talk to you how, and it's about the power of language. First things first, right? They call me black. I didn't ask to be called black. The system calls me black. So since the system calls me black, I practice something called black arrogance, right? I don't practice black humility, or I don't practice being humble, right? Being humble is going to have your ass with COVID-19, right? This is a virus that responds to fear and submission, right? This is a virus that responds to people that are apologetic about the life that they're living. This is a virus that responds to people that are begging for answers. I'm not begging for answers. I'm playing offense, and I'm going to die playing offense. I'm going to die making my next move my best move, okay? I practice black arrogance. I practice black arrogance around whites. I definitely practice black arrogance around blacks. And when I practice black arrogance around blacks, black people hate it because how dare me be arrogant? But what do I mean by black arrogance? That means that I have no doubt in my abilities. That means that if I think a thought, I believe that what I think, I can manifest that thought in any season. I believe that if I'm on $0, I can go to 50,000 like that. I believe that my bounce back game and my ability is up to par. I don't believe that a cop is going to shoot me. I don't believe I'm going to get AIDS. I don't believe that I'm just going to die just on some random, like I'm going to have a fire death. That's how I'm going to live my life. I can't speak for no one else. I don't represent Black America. I represent me. I'm in the me business, right? Now, because I think like that, I'm Teflon to certain things, but I'm going to share something with you that I haven't shared with y'all before. In December of this last year, I believe I had COVID-19. Now, how the hell can I practice black excellence and I get the coronavirus? Let me tell you, I was going to 2 funerals back to back, right? My finances was going up and down. There was some things in my household that was right? It was around my birthday too. And every time I get around my birthday, you know, I just have these nervous breakdowns because I'm cerebral like that. So I'm always thinking about something. But when those funerals, when those deaths were occurring, yo, my confidence was in the mud, all right? And when my confidence is my ozone layer against fuck shit. So when my confidence was dissolving, when my confidence had holes in it, when my self-esteem was in the mud, all of a sudden, I started getting these chills. It felt very, very weird. I never experienced nothing like that in my life. Just sharing it with you. I haven't shared this with you guys, right? And this is a true story. So it's around December 22nd, December 23rd. All of a sudden, my teeth started chattering. All of a sudden, my bones started to hurt. All of a sudden, that I started coughing so hard that no bullshit. It felt like a rib was coming out. I mean, I couldn't take it. I was down. I was weak. I felt like I was gonna die. I never had an experience like that in my life, right? So that's why I'm walking around now with no mask, no gloves, no nothing, because I already know I felt that in December, and it was on a flight to California. Make a long story short, I believe the reason why that happened to me is because the way that I was feeling about myself, I'm not going to lie, I'm going to be very transparent with you. I wasn't really feeling myself at that moment. I wasn't feeling my finances. My life was just going like this. I needed someone to talk to. I needed a me, right? A lot of the times, I always have the answers for someone else. No one has the answers for me. So I needed a me. I needed a me to talk to. And there was nobody there that could give me the advice that I needed, because the way that I'm living my life, I have scaled past people. So unfortunately, when you live a certain type of life, you have to make a whole new circle of friends, because you are the big homie. I don't have a big homie. I don't got a big bro. No one got the answers for me. I got to figure it out, right? So I was feeling answerless, and I was very vulnerable. So I just started coughing, and it felt like I was going to die, right? I know that happened to me. I never get sick. A little bit of allergies, but I'm never sick. I know that happened to me because my body was filled with mad negativity. My body was filled with hella doubt. My body was filled with no answers. I didn't have no answers. I didn't have no confidence. I was not practicing black arrogance. In fact, at that particular time, I was practicing black victimhood, right? Because I had to make some moves, and I was doubting my ability. I was actually starting to question that my life was the way it was because I'm black. A weak ass, tired ass, lame excuse. I was buying into the narrative, well, maybe if I was white, that my life wouldn't look like that. That shit is tired. That shit is lame. And anyone who uses that excuse, you're tired and you're lame, right? Straight up. And don't believe that. They robbed you, right? But for a moment in time, I was feeling like that. And my results were showing for that. And because I was feeling like that, I believe I had the worst sickness that I had in my life. This thing that these people have, I had that, and the only reason I survived was because I was young, and the small traits of positive thinking was still there, to the point that I started talking to the disease like, you're not about to take me out. Picture me going out like that, right? And that's the only reason I believe I bounced back. I just wanted to share that, right, and be transparent, right, and put all my cards on the table to let you know I get it, I understand, right? Players fuck up too. Sometimes we just get caught slipping. But right now, this is a disease and a virus, and the things that's going on in the world, you have to have armor, and your armor is your confidence, right? Do not be sorry because you're light skinned. Do not be sorry because you're dark skinned. Don't be sorry because you're white. Don't be sorry because you're an attractive female or an attractive male, or you come from a family with means. Don't you let nobody, no social justice punk, put you in a position where you're feeling like you're sorry. Because when you feel like that, you open yourself up to be sick. This disease is not just preying on people that have underlying health issues. It's also preying on people that don't have a positive thinking immune system, don't have a arrogant immune system. What is being humble going to do for you right now? Humility only benefits the other person, right? Because when people come around, what happens is you practice survivor's guilt, because your life is so fire, you're so attractive, you're so skilled, you have so much ability, and what happens if you have to downplay that for mediocre public? That is trash, and you'll never make history like that. It's only one Mother Teresa, right? That spot's filled, right? You know what I'm saying? I let her be humble, but she wasn't dealing with the coronavirus. I'm not being humble right now. I'm being hyped and charged, full of energy. And understand this, you being arrogant doesn't mean other people are less than. It just means you think that highly of yourself. And it's that right there that's going to make you Teflon away from the bullshit. All right, so make sure you like and share this video. So I'm going to read something from the book of James. I call the book of James like the New Testament Ecclesiastes. And I like the book of James because, well, this particular, what I'm about to read, because it deals with language. And you understand the power of it. I remember Nas said in the song, "My tongue is power, it thrills women, kills demons." And when he said that at the time, I was young and I didn't really understand that the way that I use language, it really represented the way my life was looking at that time. Every single situation I got myself in it through words. Okay? So, the government is telling everybody to stay in the house. That's all they're saying. They're not telling you to get any sun, even though it's called a coronavirus. Isn't corona part of the sun? So the sun can heal you. I would think it would, because if the sun can make a plant grow, if the sun is so serious, if the sun doesn't shine, we all die or we all freeze to death. So I would imagine we should use the sun to fix our problems. That's neither here nor there, right? But the government is telling you to stay in the house to do what exactly? They're saying practice social distancing. To do what though? Because people aren't really practicing social distancing because they're on social media. So you're not really distanced from people because mentally you're still connected. So when you're in the house, what is it that you're supposed to be doing? They're not telling you how to beat the disease. But I get it. It's good. It's good for ratings. It's good TV. They got to make their money too. I'm not a hater. I don't count nobody's pockets. But while you're social distancing and while you're in the house, what is it that you're doing? How is it that you're going to beat this thing? You think if you put a pair of gloves on and a mask, that's it? Nah. You have to finesse the disease away from you. You got to pimp slap the disease away from you. You got to chalk and chop up the disease away from you. You have to command the disease away from you, right? And you do it through language, you do it through confidence, and you do it through having an immune system that is out of this world, right? By thinking highly of yourself. We live in a trauma age. Everybody want to have a traumatizing experience. What if it's not trauma? What if it's just part of your hero and Cheryl's journey? What if that's just a way for therapists to get clients? All this healing. How can you heal? That's not part of a journey, right? The journey is filled with obstacles. The journey might be filled with a little molestation, a little bit of rape, a little bit of job loss, a little bit of you lost your mom. I lost mine. A little bit of you lost your father. I lost mine. Lost my grandparents. Do I got trauma? I let someone trick me into thinking I had trauma, but that's just part of my journey, right? Every single thing on this planet is going through something. The animals are experiencing traumatizing shit too. So this whole planet is just full of trauma. Or is it just life? It's just life. And when we start embracing these weird new age social justice ideals, it takes our immune system down. When I look back on my life and all the things that I used to consider trauma, that's not a traumatizing experience. Those are my stories. Those are my blessings. I am not here without that, right? I am thankful for all the bullshit that I've been through. In fact, I believe I picked it for whatever reason because I'm not done writing my story, and neither are you. So don't let no one push you into that trauma corner, because once you buy into that trauma ideal of you've been so hurt and you are so wronged, now you start running a race in the oppression Olympics. I know Tokyo said they're going to do the Olympics for next year, but the trauma Olympics is going on right now. Everybody, black people, white people, everybody got trauma. Everybody raising their hand talking about they was hurt. It's just life, yo. So we want to reverse that loser mentality, that loser thinking, and start getting these dubs. Repeat after me. Say, I'm going to get some dubs. Go ahead and tag somebody in the chat and tell them to get some dubs, yo. Get some dubs. It's 2020. Dub, right? It's 2020. Dub. So look, I'm going to be reading from the book of James, chapter 3, verse 4, all the way to verse 12. Now look, I'm not the best reader out loud. Should I go to a therapist for that? Because I don't read good out loud? What's the best way for me to read better out loud? To read better out loud, right? And to do it on a public forum and let people critique me, right? Do I got trauma? No. It's just something I'm not that good at. But we get better at it. You see how it works? And the mere fact that I know I'm not that skilled in that area and I'm doing it, I'm conquering a fear that pushes COVID-19 away from me because I'm running to something that I'm uncomfortable with. You see how that works? So use me as an example, right? So look, this is the book of James, chapter 3, verse 4 to 12. Look, now this is about the tongue, and this is about language, and this is about confidence, and this is about self-esteem, and this is about purpose, and this is about timing, right? And this is about legend, and this is about mythos. This is all about you. And again, like I said, everybody not gonna go. It's just a game. Let the dead bury the dead. Look also at ships. Although they are so large and are driven by force winds, they are turned by a very small rudder wherever the pilot desires. Even so, the tongue is a little member and boasts great things. See how great a forest a little fire kindles. And the tongue is a fire, a world of iniquity. The tongue is so set among our members that it defiles the whole body and sets on fire the course of nature. And it is set on fire by hell. Every kind of beast and bird and reptile and creature of the sea is tamed and has been tamed by mankind. But no man can tame the tongue. It is an unruly evil full of deadly poison. With it we bless our God and Father, and with it we curse men who have been made in the similitude of God. Out of the same mouth proceed blessing and cursing. My brethren, these things ought not to be so. Does a spring send forth fresh water and bitter from the same opening? Can a fig tree, my brethren, bear olives, or grapefruits bear figs? Thus no spring yields both salt water and fresh. Man, the scripture said, every beast of the field is tamed by mankind, but mankind can't tame its tongue. Why is that important? Because the disease that is going on in the world, giving everybody problems, comes out of the mind of man. Now, I know you would like to blame the elite. Oh, it's the elite. Oh, it's population control. Well, the population need to be controlled. You know why? Because you're out of order. We are all out of order. All the flexing, all the twerking, all the molesting your kids, all the government support, all the hatred, all the talking on your timeline about your family members, all the slapping your wifey up, all the beef with your baby daddies. Are you telling me something shouldn't step in and stop humanity for 1 second so we can get our act together? Do you hear the language of people, right? We would rather blame the elite. Oh, the 1%. Man, this ain't got nothing to do with no 1%. It got everything to do with the 99% not taking personal responsibility. Tame your tongue. Somebody say tame the tongue. Somebody in the chat say tame the tongue. Tame your damn tongue, right? There's a girl chat right now in America that's full of nothing but other people's business. Look at the shows that come on TV. The View, right? Real Talk. With Amanda Seale and Jenny Love. Look at it. What is it that they talk about? Wendy Williams, they talk about gossip. What does the Shade Room talk about? Gossip, right? What is a rapper talking about? Fuck them niggas from the other side. Everybody is using their tongue in a messed up way. And then at the same time, we cry out to the deity and send prayers. But I got a question, like the scripture does ask. Does a spring yield salt water and clean water at the same time? No, it doesn't. So you're going to have to decide what direction your tongue is going to go, right? This tongue is that powerful. We create all diseases. We create all discomfort on the planet. It starts first from our mind, and then we spit it out of our mouth. And then our hands do the job. Our feet run to all the things that ruin us. The tongue. Right? Oh, let me guess. It's the white man. It's the white man. But I was taught in my teachings, you can't blame the white man. You know why? Because you created him. Right? He's an ideal of yours. Right? Oh, it's the black man. Oh, really? Well, you white people, y'all created the nigger. So what's the play? Whose fault is it? Is it you a man, you MGTOW? Oh, it's the woman's fault. You picked her. You shouldn't have made it with your eyes. Oh man, all these men are trash. Baby girl, if you date the same men over, what about if you're that represents your thoughts? Maybe you shouldn't have invested more in your eyebrows and your hair and your ass than you should have invested in your mind, right? I'm just saying, we all got to be accountable. Tame the tongue. If you tame the tongue, you tame the mind. If you tame the mind, you tame the results, right? The one thing that you have control over in life is your mind. It's the most precious real estate on the planet. That is the only thing that you have power over, your own mind. You don't have power over America. You don't have power over China. You don't got power over Australia. Hell, in 1 second, you're not even going to have power over your children because your children don't belong to you. They belong to the world, right? The only thing that's yours is your mind, is your attention, right? Is your tongue. This tongue has put me in jail. And this tongue has put me in a mini mansion. This tongue has had me sleeping with some of the baddest bitches on this planet. And this tongue has also had me laid up with some trash in a Motel 6. The power of the tongue. This tongue has had me walking, chilling with a pocket full of money. And this tongue has also made me catch scams because I done went flat broke. The power of the tongue. How the tongue exists in both dimensions. Positive and negative. It's where you want to go. You lead the tongue, right? What is it that you want in life? Now, luckily, we are in a time where the world has stopped, pretty much. And you can go back to square one and figure out what it is that you want to do with the rest of your life. Wherever you want to be, you're going to have to talk your way in there. You're going to have to talk your way there. And let me tell you what kind of language is not going to work, right? Because my name is Ken Billions, and I'm responsible for my own legend, so I don't care whose feelings I hurt. Coming together, if that's the way you talk, good luck with that. What the hell does that even mean? Oh, we all just need to come together. And do what? Do what? So if that's your language, I feel sorry for you. Remember I said everybody can't go? You might be part of the wave that can't go. Hell, shit. If I don't do what I'm supposed to do, I might be part of that wave too, right? But if that's your language, oh, we just need to come together. That's a weak fucking tongue. A powerful tongue would command the things you need to do, want to do, right? A powerful tongue is going to say exactly what you're doing at 2030. So when 2030 comes, whatever it is, you're not surprised by where you are in your life. A powerful tongue is going to create the reality that they want to live. We always say thoughts are things. What kind of things are thoughts, right? Thoughts have shape to them. Thoughts have color to them, right? So we got to be specific. I can't just say, I want to be rich. Okay, what, 500,000? 500,000 is technically rich. Or you want 5 million. Which one? There's a difference between 500,000 and 5 million. There's a difference between 15 million and 5 million. We got to be specific. You can't just say you want to be married. What kind of married? Married in what? Married and broke, right? Married and abused, right? Where you want to be living. Okay, because right now, life has reset. Now is your time to get back on course. Yo, you are a fool if you are doing a dance challenge right now. So you mean to tell me 2 billion people are being affected by a disease and you're dancing? But like I said, this thing, what you call the matrix, it gives you options, right? And people are choosing to take the option not to better themselves. You're dancing right now, right? You're looking at cats play with yarn balls on YouTube. That's how you spending your time. See, what I realize is freedom is expensive. Right now, you're off the hamster wheel for right now, right? A crisis happened and your income tax was there. A crisis happened and you had Netflix. A crisis happened and the government is talking about bailing you out. So what you do with your freedom is dance videos, dance challenge, right? Even though the disease that is affecting people is affecting their immune system, right? And you do dance challenge. No judgment, no shade. But like I said, everybody can go, right? This is not about being a good person. This is about being the illest magician. This is not about being a nice guy or a nice woman. This is about being on the attack, the aggressor, the people that's going to be running shit in 2040. We might got 40 or 50 more summers. 50 summers from now, I'm an 86-year-old man. That's highly possible. If I ain't get killed in the hood, it's highly possible that I might live to be 80. It's highly possible that you might live to be 80. You know what I'm saying? You make, right now, doing the work is going to determine where you are then. You watching dance videos, you watching clown ass shit, and we live in a time where you can't check nobody. See, this is the thing. I want somebody to check me. If I'm going down the wrong path or I'm doing something crazy, come at me. I like my alcohol straight. But we live in a time where can't nobody check nobody. Only God could judge me. That ain't true. There's people in jail right now. Somebody judged them. So what are you talking about? Right? We all need challenge and we all need correction because everybody's soft. But what this COVID-19 did, it leveled the playing field. You know why? Because all the flexing, all the rollies shining, the bust downs, the asses, none of that shit even matter no more. Now we about to find out who is really who. Because guess what? The people that been on stage this long, now they got to go to the audience. Fake deep people with corny memes and corny spirituality, now it's not going to work. Because now people are about to see what it really is, right? Because all the shit that mattered December 31st don't even matter now. Now, for real, how deep are you? What your Kabbalion game look like? What your lost books of the Bible look like? What your Medu Neter look like? Right? Niggas read The Alchemist and everybody's deep. Right? Every thoughts or things, I did some yoga. Nah, all that shit is corny. You feel me? Now it's about the legends and how you become a legend. You put in work when the camera's not on, and your tongue, the way that you use your tongue to yourself and to others, right? Are you passing out mirrors? That's a real teacher. A real teacher don't want no followers because guess what? We all have vices, and you don't want to pass your vices on to your flock. But what you do is you pass these people a mirror. A mirror. Because that's the illest thing a person could look at. Don't follow me. Look in the mirror. What is it that you want to do? I'm working on my legend. What's popping with you? I'm happy about this time. I'm not scared. This is the time where I can really lock in. Now I can go back and fix the things that I didn't handle. You know what I'm saying? No cutting corners. We building businesses the right way. You feel me? We're not waiting on the government to give a shit. You feel me? I'm not thinking about unity with 1,000 other black people, man. I'm thinking about something to sell to niggas. That's what I'm on. What you on, right? The power of the tongue. You are whatever you say you are. Every single thing that happened before, it doesn't even matter now. History is going to be told from this period on. So all the shit that you claim you had trauma over in 1978, guess what? It doesn't even exist because I don't know if someone told you the past is in the future. You looking backwards to 88 talking about what somebody did to you. You know what I'm saying? But I get it. I used to be there. I used to blame my parents because for whatever reason, but who the hell am I to judge them? You feel me? When my son is going to hand me my report card one day, no matter what kind of parent I think I am, when he turned 25, he going to put my report card right on the table and read me one. Same as you. So who are you to blame, to judge your mama and daddy? They had a whole life before you even got here. You don't know what them people went through. So stop feeling yourself. You want to be hurt so bad. You know why? Because your tongue is trash, sis. Your tongue is trash. A man can't even smile at you before you. And why you let these negative, dirty-minded women take your grace and favor away? A man say, how you doing? You beatboxing. Bruh, you got money. You know damn well the girls you fucking with is broke. right? You know, if you throw a little cash at them, they're gonna lose their mind. You know what I'm saying? What you're doing is you're making those girls not mess with regular dudes no more. You feel me? A really solid dude, but because he ain't balling. So now she's looking at you and you don't mean her no good. Yeah, this thing has leveled the playing field for everybody. Everybody got come correct. Even myself. And it's the power of the tongue. You know why niggas stole money at broads? Because you ain't got no game. So you come out with the tricking. And if a girl ain't come from no inheritance for her daddy, she gonna bust it open for them small ass bands. Guess what? The money don't even matter no more. Don't even matter. Now what? Now what? Now what? The strip clubs is closed, yo. The bars is closed, yo. Now what? Now what you gonna do? Now what? You can't get your face did up now. The nail shops is closed, baby. Now you got to bring something else to the table. My man, you can't meet girls in a strip club. So what you gonna say to the girls that got degrees? The ones that's not oppressed by bullshit. The ones that got their own stuff, and you have to come with something else besides, no, I'm talking about, no, I'm talking about. What you gonna do now? Like I said, everybody ain't gonna go. And I'm not judging. It's just the game. You know what I'm saying? And when I'm not correct, I can be corrected. But right now, I'm doing the correcting. You know what I mean? So we all gotta get right. Because we on zero. This is year zero. We are in a whole new era. The dawn of a new age. Virtual reality, right? The past is in the future. It's new Malcolm X's now. New Garveys now. New George Washington now. New Madam C.J. Walker's now. New Reginald Lewis's now. New Napoleon's now. New Chairman Mao's now. You feel me? New Patrice Lumumba's, new Che Guevara's now, new Josephine Baker's, new Beethoven, new Mozart, all new. All that old shit don't even matter. What Pan-Africanism look like in the virtual age? Huh? What your spirituality look like now? Right? What Maya look like now? You feel me? Because all that shit that happened before doesn't even exist. It's Corona time, baby. You know what I'm saying? So get your tongue together. You feel me? So you can change your trajectory and you can change your bloodline. And you're gonna talk your way into the world that you're gonna be in. And you're also gonna talk yourself into death and talk yourself into poverty. Oh, and if you keep playing out here and not really practicing arrogance, you're gonna talk yourself into COVID-19. So whatever you are, if you black, be arrogant. If you Mexican, be arrogant. At this point, humility is for suckers, right? It's for chumps. If you a woman, whatever it is, vagina arrogance. Whatever it is, you want to be arrogant because that's going to help your immune system. Respectful, cordial, courteous, love the children, respect the elderly, but that has nothing to do with how you see yourself. The power of life and death is in the tongue. Yo, that's my message for today. Yo, I like to go value for value. If I said something that you like, go ahead and sock it to my pocket and hit that Cash App. Or if you need help with your life, whatever it is, you can hit the Nothing But Game hotline, 888-565-8734. And you can check out more amazing content at kenbillions.com. I'm almost done with Dealings Over Feelings Part 2. I'm dragging my feet on that, but it's almost done. But yo, until next time, yo, get your tongue game up, right? If you could lick pussy and please a woman, then you can do that same thing with your tongue and go out into the world and create heaven on earth. Peace.